Okay, yep, just 3 players. I suppose that's something. Where am I in player order? I'm third, with the Regularus after me. So my options, the -2 and hope for nothing, or the 7 and play out a bunch of species if it looks safe. We'll go with that option. It's a good option. We'll see if it goes as well as last time. I mean, I did it last time and I won, so clearly it was a good option. Not crazy enough to just press end turn without seeing what these guys do. No, I think it's really rare to see someone just straight up make a 3 body size carnivore, which is why I was not expecting it. It doesn't do much damage, it only eats one thing once. Compared to the usual, you think there might be some food because other players played high, but you played low and don't want to risk that. Fat tissue, where you can eat from the watering hole a bunch of times if it's there. Carnivore just seems way less likely for a single 3 body size species. If you're going to spend those cards on one species, go 2-2 and at least hope you can eat 2 things, right? Prevent any sneaky little 1 population defensive herdings. Because that is a very cheap and often effective first turn defense. This looks pretty safe. Yep, that's fine. Everyone played heaps. So playing 5 when you only need 2 and you're going first is overkill. Okay, well that is species. I'd love to put in that -3, but I'd also really love to make this pack hunting carnivore, which means my lowest next thing that's reasonable to put in is this carnivore. Being able to pack hunting carnivore, maybe I can attack that. Maybe this guy stays undefended. Maybe I screw up and eat myself. We'll have to find out. I think screw up and eat myself is like the most fun one. Okay, so that is, in fact, a warning call, which also gives me the interesting options of doing this. Oh yeah, I did that so I could put that there. Really clever. Okay, honestly, being able to extinct those 3 species is a good idea, and I'm going to do it. So I take out the warning call with the intelligence, and then I eat the other ones. I think it's a good plan. Alternatively, I take out this with the intelligence and then eat this one. Either one works, but that doesn't get me as much food. As many species destroyed, I get the same amount of food for it. These stay pretty vulnerable. This is pretty vulnerable. Everything is really vulnerable. But I get to kill the other guy who's decided that joining me on 4 species sounds like a fun idea. This is a weird side to put a long neck burrowing on. I kind of get his point of not wanting it to be under the warning call and leave room for another species there. But it just doesn't seem very good. So one of the main things I want to do this round is make sure that this Regularus has to eat as much from the watering hole as possible. I can eat this without using a card, so unfortunately I will have to attack as soon as it is my turn. I can also eat all of these, so yeah. These would definitely make it impossible. But I think he's not quite going to be full, but he's only going to get 1 from it. So that's good. If I had have needed to get more from the watering hole, like only just, I could have attacked faster to deny eating over here and to fill this up. Sad that I'm losing the long neck, but I think pretty worth it. I get to, you know, just fully wreck this guy's day, and then I can focus my attention on wrecking someone else's day. You know, like, or they're weak or whatever. So if I'd pulled an ambush, that would have been high on my list of cards to use. I did not. So I'm definitely thinking of just putting up a hard shell or something instead of the carnivore. If I'd drawn, climbing or an ambush, I'd have gone for it. I didn't. There's nothing that's actually even got like 2 body size. I might even make like my own horned 2 body size. Really crazy. Actually, if I just made my own 3 body size 2 population, I can eat that if I have to. So I might do that. We'll do it with that one, I guess. If I have to eat that, I have to eat that. I only put in a 1, so I'm pretty happy with this as is. But I might, want to put up some defenses on my other species, just in case other people wanted to join in. Am I happy to extinct this if necessary? Because I can't save for the intelligence while I defend everything. If I make that a 3. And I think just keeping this alive this turn is kind of worth this. Now we'll just make it big, whatever. We've got cards, we can eat through like a single level of hard shell. There's 2 cards left. I have overdone this by putting that in. Whoops, this is kind of bad. Okay, that's what I want. That took me a while to decide it was what I wanted. But we'll go with that. I've got 3 cards, so I can maybe ruin the day of a warning caller. I can ruin this thing's day by eating it once with intelligence and then being big enough to keep eating it. So that is what I'm going to do. I can also eat this for free. So we'll end up eating both of those. Again, I want these to eat as much as possible. I'm not happy with there being this much food available. It's too much food. Snollo has really miscalculated what intelligence does against defensive herding. And if I'd gone to 6, it would have been a much nicer time for me, but I get to eat this at least. Unfortunately, these are really gonna snaffle up some food while I eat a lot this round, so if I get a climbing, that's what's happening. I'm using climbing. If I get a climbing fat tissue, even better, I'll just get rid of the pack hunting. It's fine, I don't need it. This guy's going to be really annoyed that I'm eating him again, but it only costs 1 card. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, so get rid of the horns. And then I can just keep eating it. So, yeah. I'm last next time. If that is still my obvious option to eat, I'm gonna save a card and eat it. That's a -3 ambush. On the other hand, it's also an ambush. I've got a carnivore, it's an ambush, these things, they kind of make sense. So I've got this 1 horns. No one's counterattacking me, I'll be fine. Which leaves me with, yes, 0 defenses. So put this warning call here, stick this here, put this here, put this here. Decide if I think that the warning call is necessary, or if I just go like this and keep attacking this guy. I go extra crazy, and I put up the ambush now, and just eat with the intelligence. Yeah, I know, it's a good idea, right? But if Snollo wants to keep feeding me, then he keeps feeding me, and I keep taking it. Which keeps feeding this guy. Oh, good, that's effective. But yeah, not feeding the scavengers for a turn is definitely not a bad idea. This is ready for me to just put a carnivore back on top of it if it's going to work. This guy is actually scaring me, and I've got no defenses. Because I have no defenses, I'm not going to put up any defenses, and I am in fact going to add some body size. Yeah, like, whatever happens here, he's eating these. I can't stop that. I can at least make it impossible for him to fully extinct them by putting this up. But yeah, he's definitely eating them if that's a carnivore, and maybe a bunch of this too. So I definitely want to get 4 body size. Well, I don't need the pack hunting, I don't really need the entire... I'm good, that's 4, which stops that 4. Because I threw the horns, I can't put the horns. I just have to deal with the fact that if he's eating me, and I'm eating something, we're making Regularus win. I don't want to make Regularus win, I wanted to get rid of my carnivore this round. But Slide has really forced my hand here and made that impossible. If I'm going to go this high, might as well go for the 6 population as well. Fuck it, it'll be useful later, but if I'm going to lose it, let's maybe get another offense card. Yeah, so he's put up an ambush that does nothing. I saved mine in my hand. Thankfully, there's really very little going on down here, so we really should eat as few times as possible to prevent these filling up. As few times as possible is unfortunately, he's still going to get to eat all of these. I'm kind of disappointed by that. The one question is, can I prevent him eating all of them by eating some of them myself? The answer is yes, but I won't. See, this is going extinct. Yeah, this was full by the time we got to that point. Still no climbings. Not really what I was looking for. Hey, there's my climbing. So again, there are currently no warning calls. But I'm still going to save the ambush because it's still a really good card. If I had a fat tissue, I'd be totally fat tissuing it up right now. That'd be fantastic. But I think as is, it's probably going to be best for me if I just stick the climbing on here instead of the intelligence, push this to 6 body size, and maybe put the ambush on as well, just in case someone decides, hey, that looks tasty, and wants to eat me. It'd be nice to make an intelligent burrower, but he can just straight up eat it, so whatever. I've had a fat tissue, really would have been happy with it instead of the ambush. Ambush means if he also adds, you know, warning calls, I can deal with them. Unfortunately, no pack hunting means I can't attack this. So I'm really hedging my bets on Regularus right here, and if he just decides randomly to do something smart, what am I gonna do? Hey, we both made climbing carnivore! And that's also... yeah, so attacking the one that isn't scavenging first doesn't seem like the smartest idea. This one's getting the most from scavenging, so I'll eat it. So we could have prevented one of those already. Then we should be attacking this one first. Since it's my turn to attack, I will attack it. So that's prevented him getting as much food as possible whilst we are finished taking his species out. So together we can only eat 6 more total, so I'll take out either one of these. Hopefully he joins me and I can finish this one off at the end. After I take out one population of this one. Or he can take that one out, I take out 2 of these. Either way. So Snollo left us because we were just totally destroying him. Oh, I didn't actually take that out in the end. Silly me. Probably should have. Oh, this is fun. I can put this in. There's a lot of food left. I can make a burrowing... something. I can make this not a carnivore. Given that I can definitely eat that a bunch of times, seems like a bad idea to make this not a carnivore right now. We will just make the burrowing, foraging, intelligent 3-pop? Ugh, that's terrible. Do I maybe, you know, trust in the defensive herding to save me? With the foraging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a dangerous move, because if he pushes to 6, which he can because of his fat tissue, he just eats it. So I definitely don't want to do that. So I can just do this. The ambush is maybe unnecessary enough that I can run with this. And I think that's going to be fine, so I get to fill this up on my first turn. If I have to intelligence something to attack it, I can. I've still got the climbing for all the climbers. I think that's my best move. Like, maybe this is a hard shell, and at least I can attack it, I guess. So we did only end up going to 5. Curious choice. So I got rid of my ambush, so I can't attack that easily until we've extincted this, but we'll extinct this pretty swiftly, so that's absolutely fine. We can also kill that, so whatever. Heaps of food choices. Means I can just extinct this, because I want to. I could have done it first before it got a chance to eat, but now that we're doing it, I'll eat this because it's going to fill up. This is also going to fill up, so this guy could eat that first. Yeah, I mean, I should. There's no reason that I shouldn't. There's heaps to eat. Okay, other than that I should have attacked that first. Only reason I shouldn't have. I don't know, I'll go with this one. Let him decide if he wants it to be extinct or not. Actually, I can still extinct it myself, I guess. Yeah, we kicked him so hard that he left. Whoever won that game, well played. I've already discovered carnivore pack hunting intelligence. I have not discovered climbing carnivore ambush on the other hand. So that's a nice new one. So it's still showing my badges changing each game, but it's not showing me getting them.